Welcome guys, it's Death Racer Chevy, and I'll be bringing you some Fortnite Battle Royale gameplay. So there is going to be a lot of jump cuts, just so you know. The original gameplay of this was about 26 minutes long. That is normally how long most of my gameplays for Fortnite are, simply because I take my sweet ass time trying not to get murdered. I'm not a very aggro player, so most of the time I am playing the hiding game. I hide in bushes, I hide behind doors, I hide in the bottom of basements. I try to hide anywhere and everywhere. So the place that I jumped to is right above Pleasant Park, and it is right close to Junk Junction. Now with the new update, I decided to stay away from the heavy populated new area, since I knew, obviously because they just got updated, people are going to be swarming there, and obviously there's going to be better loot there, so generally people are just going to want to gravitate towards there. So I decided to give it about a week or so before I'd even really give it a taste. There have been a few times where I've done it in squads, where I've been with other people and we've jumped into those heavily populated areas, for example like Tilted Towers, but it really just comes down to dropping as fast as you can and being the first person to reach one of the many loot boxes that are there and start taking down players Rambo style. Now that's normally not how I like to play, so it usually ends up becoming a proverbial clusterfuck, and I end up dying quite a bit. So here, I definitely have been testing out this area for quite some time, and it's served me fairly well. I've stayed in the top 6 fairly consistently being up here, simply because it is fairly far away from a lot of other things, but it's still in close enough proximity that you can gravitate or move when you need to if the storm is going to head and be coming. As you can see, this is a total fail. I didn't realize that I needed to break that top part. On PC, I promise I am much better at being able to actually break down stuff. Building, not as much. I don't have my mouse settings like right on it so I can be able to do exactly what I want to do, but for shooting, at least on PC, I am a much more aggro player. I definitely can turn on people a little bit quicker than I can on console, but I just find the ease of access on my PlayStation 4 to be the better option, so that's normally what I tend to do. Now, this area I like very much so, simply because it's fairly isolated. Obviously, there's going to be people that are going to jump near the Junk Junction and even Pleasant Park, depending on where the bus is going. But normally, you can make a fairly decent drop here, even if you are a little further away. So I like to stay here. I like to gather as many materials as I can, just so I can go ahead and give myself some kind of advantage during endgame. I may not have the weapons, but at least I could go ahead and build up or around to protect myself in the meantime. Now, as you can see, there's only been about a couple minutes into this, obviously, and this is real-time gameplay with the exception of the jump cut for the bus drop, and we are already down to about 53 people. So normally in solo, since I'm always so far away from where the action and the firefighting has happened, this tends to happen a lot. I tend to go ahead and be in the top 25 a lot of times, simply by virtue of hiding. Now, as you can see, we're moving. There was a whole lot of nothing that happened for quite some time. Now, I kept moving very slowly with the storm. I normally try to stay as close to it as possible, if not in it, depending if I have the ability, if I have a medikit or something to take the damage and be able to help heal myself later on, simply because it's a little bit harder for people to see you coming into the storm. Now, you do have to be careful. There are a lot of people that like to wait on the edge of the storm and pick off people as they're coming out of it. So, make sure you check around, see if it's safe before you decide that it's time to go ahead and heal yourself up. Now, as you can see, I do notice that there's a person right across from me and that they are sniping. Now, I'm not sure if I should take the shot. I see them and I take the shot. Now, I didn't even get a hit marker, which means I clearly missed that shot entirely. Now, I'm backing up simply because it was very stupid of me to take the shot when I didn't have a clear shot. Hesitation kills. Remember that. I should have either taken the shot early on or shouldn't have taken it at all. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do my best. I see where the circle is going up to, and we are very quickly going down to about 7 people at this point. Someone got eliminated with a rifle. Now I can see that there's a drop there, and there is a drop going to be across. Now I use any kind of rocks on everything to maximize my coverage. That way I can kind of lay low and hope to God that they get eliminated. And very quickly, again, another person gets dropped, and now we're in the top 6. So hopefully we can go ahead and pull this through. Now I see that that person that was up there in their little tower on the building has definitely built up. Now we're down to 5 people, which means it's going to be myself and 4 other people, and now we're down to 4. So there's 3 other people that need to get taken care of so I can get this W. Now I really don't want to go up there simply because I know I'm going to make noise when I jump on those tires, and I don't want to build to jump on there because I'm going to make noise as well. I am such a person that uses audio clues in this game. I definitely have my settings on my mix amp to maximize the amount of just not visual, but audio hearing that I can hear, whether it's shots or footsteps or building or, breaking down of resources and things like that, just because I think it's really, really crucial in a game like this, because everything can become so loud. Hence why most of the time you see me in this footage, I'm crouching down to try and minimize that. Now, as you can see, I hear that there's someone with an RPG, which already puts me at a disadvantage since I don't have anything that really prepares me for endgame. Now the circle is going to get even smaller now, and we're going to be moving out of where my general comfort zone is. Normally I would try to hang low as much as I possibly could, but it's not working right now. Since these people obviously have towers, they have, a large arsenal of weapons, they're going to fairly easily take me out if I'm not careful. So I hug along this wall, hoping to see if I know where the direction is coming from as far as the RPG fire. Now I can hear the guy in this building. He's either building, knocking stuff down, so I know he's still there. Now I can hear more of that stuff, and I can see now have an idea of the general direction of where this RPG person is. Now I really wanted to go for that package. However, I was very fearful that the person with the RPG was kind of just shooting them off wildly, that I was going to end up getting killed. So I still am laying low. There's about 30 seconds before this storm is really going to envelop us, and everyone's going to have to move. And the crappy part about it is that it's moving towards the water. So really, you're going to have to be on that little edge pier on that map in order to not be getting damaged by the storm. So here we go at 8, 7, 6. I can hear now the firefight happening. It sounded like someone went ahead and is about to get hit with a trap or reloading or something. So I know that it's now or never. I have to start moving since the storm is going to be moving. I can hear doors opening. I'm thinking they're coming out here. And obviously someone just got damaged by a trap right around there. I think this is my opportunity. They get taken down. We're down to 3 people. Now this is happening. This person is taken down, and I get sniped. Remember that guy who damaged the guy in that building? Yep, he was just waiting right across. So close and yet so far. Well, I hope you enjoy my Fortnite fail of choking at the end. Go ahead and leave a comment. What is your wins? How do you do? And go ahead and rate and subscribe.